Tyler Robinson appears in Utah court via Zoom from jail.
Roommate, why? Robinson, why did I do it? Roommate, yeah. Robinson, I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out.
And just wait until you see the text messages that we now have that Robinson allegedly sent his lover roommate after the shooting and what he allegedly told that roommate to do that led to even more charges against this accused killer, a killer who could be put to death if he's found guilty of the charges he now faces. We're on the case, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart.
Count 2, felony discharge of a firearm causing serious bodily injury, a first-degree felony. The state is further alleging aggravating factors on counts 1 and 2 because the defendant is believed to have targeted Charlie Kirk based on Charlie Kirk's political expression and did so knowing that children were present and would witness the homicide.
One of the things they put in the arrest affidavit was that not only, of course, the main charge in this case is murder, which is a capital case in Utah. He's eligible for the death penalty. But he also put in danger everyone else that was in that crowd. So he's being charged with that also. I think there was 7 total charges. But it's interesting that this does make him eligible for the death penalty in the state of Utah.
The state is also charging defendant with count 3, obstruction of justice, a second-degree felony for moving and concealing the rifle used in the shooting. Count 4, obstruction of justice, a second-degree felony for disposing the clothing he wore during the shooting. Count 5, witness tampering, a third-degree felony for directing his roommate to delete his incriminating texts. Count 6, witness.
Whoa, right there, Mike. Directing his roommate to delete his incriminating text. What if his roommate, as Phil said earlier, got rid of that photo?
That's not good for Mr. Twain.
Right, he could be charged if he admitted
it appears that he may have, because they said they only have a picture of it. The roommate may have screenshotted it or taken a picture of it and then destroyed it. So, I mean, if they have the actual note, then it's okay. But in my opinion, it seems like he destroyed it. He flushed it down the toilet bowl or whatever. And they're going to forego the charge for that because he's cooperating, giving them so much information, you know?
Yes.
So in a different scenario, he would have been charged.
Absolutely.
If he would have admitted that and not been cooperative, they would have said, we'll be right over, you know, we're going to slap the cuffs on him.
Exactly.
But right now, because he's cooperating, that doesn't mean he's not complicit. Could they perhaps charge him down the road? No, this is probably a district attorney decision. He's cooperating. Let's keep him as a witness.
Tampering, a third-degree felony for directing his roommate to stay silent if police questioned him. And count 7, commission of a violent offense in the presence of a child, a Class A misdemeanor, for committing homicide knowing that children were present and may have seen or heard the murder and did so based on Charlie Kirk's political expression.
Charlie Kirk, of course, was a political figure. Thousands of people came to hear him speak at Utah Valley University as one of the leading voices of young conservatives in this country. But that's not the only reason that there was major suspicion that this was an alleged political assassination. We know that Robinson, once he was arrested, had become more political in recent years, according to his family. We saw in the bullets left by the rifle that he allegedly left behind lines like, "Hey, fascist, catch," that politics may have been the motivation for killing Charlie Kirk. But today, for the first time, Prosecutors made that known, as you heard there, because of some of the text messages we're going to talk about and some of the statements that Robinson had made over the last couple of years. Now, another major update coming in was related to Robinson's roommate, and this is where we get into these text messages. Now, that roommate's been identified as a member of the transgender community, a man who's transitioning to be a woman, and they had been in a relationship with Robinson. Robinson is facing 2 counts of obstruction of justice for allegedly trying to stop that roommate from speaking to law enforcement and for allegedly telling the roommate to delete messages about the shooting. Now, I want to be clear that law enforcement has said that this roommate has been very cooperative in the investigation and they are not facing charges at this time. Prosecutors, though, just unveiled the bombshell text messages that Tyler Robinson allegedly sent that roommate. Take a listen.
Police interviewed Robinson's roommate, a biological male who was involved in a romantic relationship with Robinson. The roommate told police that the roommate received messages from Robinson about the shooting, and he did provide those messages to police. On September 10th, 2025, the roommate received a text message from Robinson which said, "Drop what you're doing. Look under my keyboard." The roommate looked under the keyboard and found a note that stated, quote, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it." Police found a photograph of this note. The following text exchange, then took place. After reading the note, the roommate responded, "What? You're joking, right?" Robinson, "I am still okay, my love, but I'm stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you." Roommate, "You weren't the one who did it, right?" Robinson, I am. I'm sorry." Roommate, "I thought they caught the person." Robinson, "No, they grabbed some crazy old dude, then interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering."
Before we get back to this episode of On the Case, I need to take a moment and
"Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it." Roommate, "How long have you been planning this?"